Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5th episode of the Zacky And Veggie show. Today I'm joined by VideoGame Review
As usual, hello.
and starsmiley.
Hello.
So today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. First, we're going to be adding in the Wave 1 Booster Course Pass tracks into the pre-existing Mario Kart 8 track tier list that we did in episode 3 with JD Boy. Check out that episode if you want to. And then after that, we're going to be giving some predictions for the supposed June Nintendo Direct that will hopefully happen. So yeah, let's just jump into the first part, the Mario Kart 8 track tier list. Now, before we start, I want to say to the viewers that some of these tracks on the tier list I don't even agree with anymore because I got into Mario Kart like really soon after making the tier list. So yeah, some of the picks like Toad's Turnpike or Baby Park, I'm right there with you if you don't agree. But Video Game Review probably still does agree with most of it. But yeah, let's just
I haven't played much Mario Kart since then. I played for like 3 days after the Booster Course Pass came out. It was also the weekend I got sub-hour.
yeah, and because you don't have online anymore, so it's not like there's too much to do with the Booster Course Pass. And
Yeah.
I don't think you got the Booster Course Pass, did you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Bro, you need to get it. Star, I assume you have the Booster Course Pass?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, that's good. So I guess we'll just go in chronological order from when they were revealed. Oh wait, I'll just make sure to screen share the tier list. Because if I didn't screen share the tier list, you guys would probably get pretty confused.
Like I did.
So yeah, first we have Paris Promenade or Promenade, however it's pronounced. Where the hell is my mouse? Why can I not see my mouse? Okay, there it
I
is.
see you on the water park.
Alright. Paris Promenade, we'll put it here for now. Where do you guys think this will go?
I think it's a touch overrated, but I'd still say it's B. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like Paris Promenade. I honestly think it's one of the better looking tracks in Wave 1. Except for like some of the bushes and stuff, because this is like hard to rank these because the quality of the Booster Course Pass already makes these courses a little bit worse in my opinion. Like it's weird to compare something like Sky Garden to Cloud Top Cruise. I said this all in my Wave 1 review video that I made a while back. But I think that Paris Promenade would be somewhere in B. Yeah, maybe low A, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'd put it in A.
I think
It'll
it's
probably grow on me more if I played it more.
yeah. I don't think
It's a
it's
pretty good design track, but it can get confusing at points with the way it goes back and forth between the right and left.
yeah.
Especially on the third track, on the third lap.
I mean, I really do like the uniqueness of that. How sometimes you can drive past people who are like just driving through the course normally. That's pretty cool.
There is another track in the Booster Course Pass that's like that, but the other example's not as confusing in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to rank this among the tracks that we made 3 months back. Especially since Toad's Turnpike is here, and I really want to put this above that, but there's also some tracks down, like, below Toad's Turnpike that I think are better than this.
I guess just put it, like, towards the bottom of A as, like, for now. We can move other tracks around.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit better than Wild Woods, right below Hyrule Circuit, though.
I can accept that.
Alright. So I'm actually curious what this is going to be like. Toad's Circuit. This one, I'm not a big fan of this. It's fun to play through it, but like, it's not special at all. If these Mario circuits are down here, then this has to be C tier at best.
Yeah, I'd put it BC.
Yeah, I would put it somewhere in C.
Just
I'd
not
probably
particularly
put it
unique.
like on Cheese Land.
Really, I was thinking like right above Donut Plains 3. but I don't know.
I don't know. I think just like the way it looks kind of elevates it above stuff like Donut Plains 3 and Mario Kart Stadium and the other basic
I guess there is a
attractions.
giant toad, which is something.
Also think it's pretty fun on 200cc especially. I don't really know
It
why.
does work on 200cc. A lot of some of the tracks in this game are really annoying in 200cc and really hard to figure out, but this one at least is like pretty simple to figure out in both.
Some are ridiculously difficult to play without crashing into walls.
I will say the shortcuts are pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say that where you have it right now is a good spot.
I think I can accept that.
Definitely the worst booster course pass track so far, though.
I'm gonna have to do my own tier list sometime because like Mario Kart Stadium is a lot better than we gave it credit for.
Oh, it definitely is.
Same with Moo Moo Meadows. It's not D tier anymore for me, but I don't know. The time trial videos from Basic that I've been watching have been making me like tracks more. Choco Mountain. This one I'm curious about.
I think it's A, honestly.
Yeah, I think
I
it's...
was gonna say C.
Oh, really? Okay, this is going to be interesting then. On my ranking of the tracks, I have this one, I think, in 4th place, right above Paris Promenade. But C tier, that one, what are your... Why do you think it's C tier?
It's not particularly unique. I know it's like a refurbishing of another track, but it just says Choco Mountain. It doesn't really feel like it's chocolate. It feels like more like a mountain region, and there's a lot of those tracks, both in this game and in earlier games.
Yeah, that's fair. That is one of my biggest problems, that, especially because of the quality of the Booster Course Pass, this does not feel like chocolate at all.
No.
It feels more like just dirt.
It didn't in Mario 64 either.
Yeah, it feels more like dirt.
My favorite thing about it is the remix song, but
So I think a middle ground between A and C would be somewhere in B. So now we just have to figure out where to put it there.
Also, the other reason is that Choco Mountain was probably one of my favorite tracks in the original Mario Kart 64.
I think that this one's not that much of a faithful remake, though, if I'm correct.
Yeah, not really, but
I do like what they did with it. I do. The gameplay itself is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I have almost beaten Gabe a couple of times with this, so that automatically makes it better than Toad Circuit. So I'm thinking, where would I put this? Maybe like right below Sweet Sweet Canyon, above Sherbetland.
Sure.
I hate when the tier maker is so weird when it comes to like putting stuff on the edge. Alright, this one should be interesting. Coconut Mall.
S tier.
S tier, really? I don't think it's S tier.
I'd put it in A tier.
Yeah, I'd put it like somewhere in high A tier. The reason
Coconut Mall is really good, but it's not the same without all the Mii's and the cars that you can run into.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. This could have, if they kept like some of the Mario Kart 7 visuals with like the escalators and stuff, and more importantly, they had the moving cars with like the Mii's and stuff at the end, this would probably be like, my favorite track of Wave 1.
Definitely.
But I like Ninja Hideaway more.
I'm being honest, I don't remember very much of the Mario Kart 7 version. It's been so long since I've
That's the
played
only, I never played Mario Kart Wii, so the Mario Kart 7 version is the one I played when I was a kid.
And you are deprived.
Yeah. So I think that this one is, I think this one could have been something really special, but they took away a lot of its charm, but it's still Coconut Mall, so it's still obviously really good.
What's the most iconic track in Mario Kart Wii?
I'm just gonna completely ignore Baby Park right here, because it should not be there.
Yeah, we'll later.
I think that this Coconut Mall would be like, maybe right here, below Bowser's Castle, I'm not sure.
Okay. We can edit it more after we're already done placing everything.
Yeah, we'll put it there for now. Second wave. This one I'm actually really curious about, because I know Gabe Gabe is the G, by the way, for the viewers. I know he really likes this one, but I'm not a huge fan. I feel like it's a little
I really like it too. I don't think it's like one of the absolute best, but I'd say it's like toward the bottom of A.
Honestly, I think it's my favorite out of the Booster
Really
Course releases.
interesting. The reason I don't really like it that much, or like I like it, it's just it feels a little bit overrated for me. Is because like it's pretty empty. The course layout on all of the tour tracks, especially mostly all the Wave One tracks, actually, the layout has been very wide. Like all of the whole track just feels very wide, and there's not too much going on to make up for that. I just feel like it's not like Nintendo like advertised this one to be really cool, but there's not too much going on. I feel like.
I mean, for me, the Mario Kart Tour tracks are even more of like a breath of fresh air to be there because I've never played Mario Kart Tour and don't ever plan to. So it's gonna be like pretty much like completely original tracks from my
Yeah, true. But I think that's why I expected more from it because I never played it before. Like Paris Promenade, I feel like it has like a unique charm, and the different routes kind of feel different enough. I mean, this one I guess does have a different route, but
Really interesting. I also think this is one of the ones I'm better at in the Booster Course Pass, but I know that's kind of biased.
yeah. I think this for me personally. I mean, I'll let you guys have it say too, but for me personally, I would put this one like. Well, I'd put this one in B tier, but I'm thinking like right below Wildwoods in A tier.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna put it. Zara probably would put it higher though.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, we could
I
put
like
it.
the Tokyo aesthetic, and I think the wide roads, I think it's better because it reminds me of Medium View Highway, but with like the whole aesthetic reminds me of it, but without all the annoying cars that run you over.
Without it being
That's fair. I
nighttime.
honestly forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot that track existed.
I'm surprised they haven't remade it yet.
We put it above Wildwoods for star. I think that's a fine place.
Honestly, I'd put Wildwood lower first.
Great, Shroom Ridge. This is the one in the Booster Course Pass that I was actually able to remotely consistently beat Gabe
See,
at.
the thing is, this is hard for me to rank because I would put this below Choco Mountain out of the Wave 1 tracks, but above Toad Circuit and above Tokyo Blur. But Shroom Ridge,
Okay.
like, Toad's Turnpike is right here. And Shroom Ridge is significantly better than Toad's Turnpike, in my opinion. It's just, it feels like Toad's Turnpike, but if it was, like, actually a cool layout, a cool, like, design choice. I mean, this has a good design choice, but, like, this one at least, you're not just driving in an 8, you're actually, like, driving stuff. There's actually, like, more stuff going on.
That's a tunnel.
The shortcuts are actually interesting and save time. Toad's Turnpike, the shortcuts don't even save time. So I'm thinking like mid A or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking around where Tokyo Blur was. They're pretty similar in how much I like them.
Yeah. They're pretty similar.
I feel like I have to put it right above Toad's Turnpike though,
Yeah, okay.
because it's Toad's Turnpike. I mean,
Satisfy your OCD.
I don't know. We could put it at Tokyo Blur.
This next one's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'll put it right there for now. We might change that. This one I'm curious about. This one is my third favorite of the Booster Course Pass behind Ninja Hideaway and Coconut Mall. I just think it's just a good remake. I feel like it's designed pretty well. It's a really faithful remake. Well, not really faithful remake, but it like enhances the original or something. The music's really good too. It's probably one of my favorites.
I never played Super Circuit, and it's been like 6 years since I played Mario Kart DS, so I really don't remember much about the original variant.
I just watched a video. I never played it either. I'm just trying to sound like I know stuff about this series. Upper B tier. I would put this is another one I would put in A tier, but I can accept upper B tier because I do think Cloud Top Cruise is better, slightly.
Yeah, I think Off Top Cruise is definitely better than that one.
I think they're pretty similar, in how good they are. So I don't know why my mom is using the vacuum right after I told her I'm doing a podcast. Yeah, I'm thinking like, I don't know, right below Cloud Top Cruise.
If I'm being honest, my favorite thing about Sky Garden isn't even in the track. It's like the picture with the with Paragoomba. I wish it was like more visible in the track itself.
You did not just call it a Paragoomba.
I meant Paratroopa. My bad.
Yeah, I definitely like Sky Garden a lot more than most people, so I can accept a high B. I don't know. I guess this is a fine spot for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, sorry to the viewers if you can hear the vacuum in the background. Finally, we have Ninja Hideaway. This is either high A tier or low S tier. I'm not as big of a fan as most people are. It's still my favorite in the Booster Course Pass. But, like, I haven't played it a lot. I haven't, like, actively time trialed it yet. But I could still give it S tier. I think right at the bottom of S.
I don't have much experience with it. Out of every single time I've played it, I feel like I discovered a new secret path.
Yeah. It's definitely a very unique course. It's one of the most unique courses in the whole series, I would say.
And there were even new things I learned about it that I didn't even know while playing it. Then when I watched like a time trial with Record, I found new things.
Yeah. Star, what are your thoughts on Ninja Hideaway?
I think it's a really unique design. I like all the vibrant colors. I like all the secret passageways. But I think it can be kind of frustrating to play sometimes.
That's true, especially on 200cc. I feel like this one's like
painful on 200cc.
This one is really, really hard on 200cc. It's hard on 150cc, but
part is like the stair with the wooden staircase. That part is like impossible.
Yeah, I would argue the wooden staircase. I feel like is one of the easier parts for me personally. I would argue this is the hardest track in the whole series, to be honest.
It's up there. I hope Nathaniel Bandy like makes a top 10, like an over the top 10 hardest booster course pass, like he used to.
Yeah, like this one is maybe we Rainbow Road. I think is regarded to be one of the hardest too. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
People say like Super Circuit Rainbow Road, but I haven't played that game.
Yeah, I feel like this is either top of A or bottom of S.
Yeah.
Be completely fine with either. It's up to you, Zach.
We can put it bottom of S just to have the Booster Course Pass in it. Random is... I don't know why this is on the thing. I'm trying to get it off. It doesn't come off. It's staying with Moo Moo Meadows. Alright, I guess it's staying with Moo Moo Meadows for now. But yeah, here's the finalized thing. So according to this tier list of the Booster Course Passes tracks alone, we have Ninja Hideaway as the best, then Coconut Mall, then Shroom Ridge, which is definitely something that I don't think any of us put top 3, but it kind of works there. And then Paris Promenade, Tokyo Blur, Sky Garden, Choco Mountain, and Toad Circuit. I feel like I missed one, but I don't know.
Actually, I have a question about something you said earlier. Last time you like really hated Moo Moo Meadows.
Yeah.
And I kinda sorta agree. What made you change your mind for this time? Because you said something about it being
just playing it more, because I learned how to time trial it, and it's not as bad. I would put it like top of C tier, or somewhere in C tier. I wouldn't put it D tier.
Also a really pretty track.
Yeah, it's not as bad of a track as I think. I still completely disagree with the people who say this is like top 10 tracks. It's still one of the less good tracks in my opinion. But it's like, just because the cows are annoying as shit. But like, I think it's definitely not.
Cows pretty much just feel like another Mario Circuit track.
Yeah, it's definitely not like low, like worst 5 or worst 8 maybe. It might be like worst 10, I don't know. But yeah, with that being said, I think we're going to transition into the main focus of this video, the E3 predictions. Let me make sure that this is good on the video. It looks good. Alright, so I'm going to stop screen sharing. So for this part of the video, I think we're gonna let Star go first. We're just gonna go one prediction at a time. We're gonna try to do 5 each. And then when we get to Odyssey 2, which is 100% gonna pop up in one of our predictions, we'll probably talk about that a little bit more than the rest, just because it's Odyssey 2. and because I have a really strong opinion about it. So, yeah, Star, I guess you can go first with one of your predictions.
So, I'm a really big Breath of the Wild fan. I'm a really big Zelda fan. So, I think Breath of the Wild 2 will show up depending on Nintendo's marketing plan. If they go with Breath of the Wild's marketing plan, we will probably see it at E3. If they do not, we will probably see it in September.
Yeah, I personally, like, one of my predictions, it's not like one of the predictions I was going to mention, but it's like a thing that I think is going to happen. I think it's not going to be shown until September, and that's purely, like, if you asked me 2 months ago, I would say it's 100% being shown, like, this month. But just because Nintendo delayed it last month, or like a month before last month, I don't know. Like, the last news we got was its delay. I feel like it's going to be a while till we see something of it. That kind of just tells me that they're not going to show something, like, right after it. I don't know. It feels weird to, like, advertise a game that you just delayed, if that makes sense.
It would make sense, like I said, due to the marketing plan, because during Breath of the Wild's marketing campaign, this was the same exact time they announced Breath of the Wild, and they had amiibo sellings, they had treehouse gameplay, they had all of that leading up to March of the next year to spring. That would give them about a 9-month marketing plan, but I don't think that they will do the treehouse gaming. I don't think that they will focus on marketing it as much as they did Breath of the Wild 1, so I can see it being delayed till this September.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be much, I don't think there's gonna be Treehouse either, because, when there's not E3, it's just gonna probably be a regular Direct, I think. That, I might be wrong with that, I'm not really sure, I don't really keep up to date with all the Treehouse stuff. But I think that, like, maybe Breath of the Wild 1 had more advanced marketing because it was a port of the Wii U, so they had more footage ready to show. Yeah, it was
also
a
like
title.
A breakthrough for the Zelda series, and they wanted.
Yeah, they wanted to advertise
it was
that.
a breakthrough for the Zelda series, and it was their main launch title for the Switch.
Yeah, that's true. So this I could see them waiting till about September, and then I think like at a September Direct, if they do wait that long, I think we'll get a lot of information, and then even more in like an early Direct next year, like a couple months before it comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be like too surprised if we see something at like this Direct, but I would be a little bit surprised because I kind of see them waiting till September. I could see them maybe doing like a Zelda port or something for like a 3D game for this year, but I think that's like still a pretty small chance.
I could see an Oracle of Ages last season's port or Minish Cap.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, with that being said, video game review, I guess you can say your first prediction.
Alright, this is a kind of a weird one, but Kirby Forgotten Land DLC.
That was actually one of mine. You can talk first about it.
Okay, I haven't actually played the game, but like, just like similar to Odyssey, I think Balloon World came out like 4 months after that game came out.
I think it did, yeah.
Something like that. And like, it's probably going to be, like, most of the stuff they announced is probably going to be out in like the next 2 months or so, like Wave 2 of Mario Kart Deluxe DLC, so, or the course pass, you know what I'm saying. So maybe they're going to do something similar to Balloon World for Kirby Forgotten Land. I don't know, I don't really know much, I don't know too much about that game, but it's obviously a big hit. It's selling really well.
Honestly, that just gave me a really good idea. I'll talk about that a bit too, because I'll just extend that discussion into my first prediction, because that was one of mine.
Yeah.
I think that it's not impossible. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I think it could. I think it's definitely a possibility, especially since Kirby has been getting a lot of success, I feel like, and this is like the pinnacle of the Kirby series. Most people regard it as the best Kirby game of all time now. I really enjoyed the game. I didn't beat the whole thing yet because I get bored of casual playthroughs of any video game after a while, unless it's like a big Mario game. So, yeah, I can see, like, it would be really interesting since Balloon World was, like, online DLC. It'd be really cool if they added, like, an online mode like multiplayer mode in Kirby or something, because I don't think there's any online support for that game yet. I could be
No,
wrong.
there's not.
There might be like a leaderboards for something, but there's
Yeah,
not.
it's leaderboards for the bosses and
Yeah.
how long you beat them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's really it.
Like,
So
the only Kirby game I've ever played is Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, and that has like cool mini games and stuff. So maybe they'll make online mini games.
that'd be interesting. I could see
The only
them
thing
like.
I could see for DLC, I can see maybe Meta Knight and King Dedede being playable as multiplayer. I don't know about online multiplayer, but they might add DLC for that. But I don't really think there will be a DLC, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how likely it is. I could see it being either way. I think there's like a chance that we get DLC announced, like a small thing, but I'm not sure. Nintendo has seemed to do DLC a little bit more in recent years, I think, so I think it's definitely a possibility. But I'm not sure. So yeah, Star, I guess you can do your next prediction.
Let's see. It'll be up to two things. There'll either be more N64 games that they port, or a release of a handful of Game Boy games.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be surprised that they weren't doing Game Boy Online, but they were doing N64.
Well, I think Game Boy was rumored. I think that was why.
That was not one of these people.
I think they're doing it. They're releasing the N64 games very slowly, so I see that we will get one or two more during that direct, and possibly along with more Game Boy games.
I feel like it's too soon to announce Game Boy games. I think they're taking their time with it. Plus, I don't think Nintendo would ever do, like, when it comes to online, Nintendo never does what fans want, so I don't know if they're doing that soon. Or when they do something that fans want, like the N64 games, they price it for $50 a year, which is just, no.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so I don't even, like, do you have the expansion packs?
I do. I'm on a family plan, so I only pay $10 a year.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good then. Yeah, I've seen people doing that. That's pretty smart.
What I was going to say is, you release like new consoles for online like in a period of like every year and a half, because they didn't. I think NES Online was in late 2018, and
Yeah, honestly, I could see them maybe doing Game Boy games in the future, like not anytime really soon, maybe like sometime next year. But I also don't really know if it's going to happen at this point, because it feels weird to go from N64 games, which are like a lot more beloved, to Game Boy games, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might wait until they have a more solid pick of N64 games, because there's only like 5 games that they have in that pack at the moment.
Yeah, when it comes to N64 games, they could announce more, because I know that they have announced like SNES, NES games in directs in the past, like Earthbound for the other one. But I don't know about the other thing. Also, well, I'm gonna have to go on mute for a sec.
Okay.
All right. When I said mute, I meant mute. I muted the video. I didn't mute the Discord.
oh, okay.
So where were we? Yeah, I could see them announcing some more N64 games in the direct, but I'm not really sure, because it feels like something that they don't do on directs usually, with a couple of exceptions. But maybe, I don't know. So yeah, Video Game Review can do his second prediction now.
I know everyone was already thinking this, but obviously Wave 2 of Battle Course Pass. Like, the odds of that not being, like, showcase is, like, no, there's no chance.
Yeah, I think it's 100% happening. I think there's it just lines up perfectly with Nintendo having 6 waves, and there's usually 3 directs a year, so like having each wave be announced in a direct makes a lot of sense. I could see it being like the next.
Now there's gonna be 3 waves this year and 3 waves in 2023.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot like what they did with Smash Ultimate Fighters, and it'll be like the starting or close to final announcement of each direct. For this direct,
Yeah.
I could
Probably towards the middle, like it was for the Wave 1 announcement, or just the thing as a whole being announced.
Yeah, I could see like all of Wave 2 being announced at, like right at the beginning of the direct, or like right before Odyssey 2 reveal if they want to put all the Mario together at the end or something. Um, yeah, I definitely think there's gonna be more of that in the Booster Course Pass. I think we'll see. As for the tracks we'll see in it, I think we'll see Mushroom Gorge, Maple Treeway, um, maybe a Bowser's Castle. I don't know.
Maybe Waluigi Pinball, but I'm not 100% sure.
I feel like
was a
that'll
good
be
track.
Wave 3.
And that's just a track that a lot of people love. Like,
Yeah, that
maybe
was a
not,
good track.
maybe not as much as Coconut Mall, but like probably getting a lot of the super iconic, beloved tracks out of the way. That's why I think Zack's.
I mean, I think Waluigi Pinball's a better track than Coconut Mall personally, but I don't know if that's a controversial opinion or not.
I was gonna say the same thing actually.
Yeah.
I think I actually.
Yeah, so speaking of the Booster Course Pass possibly being like right before an Odyssey 2 reveal, that's going to bring me to my second prediction, and it's probably going to be the one we're going to talk about the most. I think Odyssey 2 is going to happen. I think there's a really good chance. I would say like 80% chance that it's announced this direct, which is kind of funny to think about because I've never been this positive about Odyssey 2 coming. I guess I'll explain my reasoning. Alright, this might take a while. So, Odyssey is the only 2017 game, or like one of the only big 2017 games that does not have a port yet announced, and this year has had a lot of those 2017 games get ports announced. Breath of the Wild 2 was announced a couple years ago. Xenoblade 3. Freaking Mario and Rabbids is getting a sequel. Like, if that game's getting a sequel, then Odyssey should get a sequel.
Splatoon 3.
Yeah, we're getting Splatoon 3. Fire Emblem. I don't know if the first Fire Emblem Warriors game came out 2017. I think it did. But we're getting the new Fire Emblem thing.
That was early 2018.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we're just getting a lot of these ports, and with the Switch's lifespan supposedly being almost double the lifespan of a regular console like the Wii U, I don't think a new console is coming out very soon, which seems to not be a popular opinion anymore, because I feel like a lot of people are just like getting into these rumors of new Switch console thing happening soon, but that's like been a rumor for the last 3 years, so I kind of don't think it's happening soon. Especially with Switch OLED being last year, like I don't see a new Switch coming out for a while. So I definitely think they're gonna have at least one more mainline 3D Mario game. If it's not Odyssey 2, I would be a little bit surprised, just because I think they're gonna save the next like big 3D Mario game, maybe take some inspiration from Bowser's Fury. I think they're gonna save that for like the next console, whenever that is. But I think Odyssey 2 has to happen. I might just be getting my hopes up like way too much, because that's like obviously like the game that I want to happen. Like I would be hyped out of my mind if it was revealed, but I think it has a good chance.
Before I like say any of my opinions, I want to say that when Splatoon 3 was announced in February of last year, I thought it was Odyssey 2 for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, whenever Splatoon 3 trailers come on, I'm like, this looks like it could be Odyssey 2, even with the other one. Splatoon just has this kind of similar art style. Any of the cartoony styles could have been it. Kirby, I thought at first might have been Odyssey 2.
I can't relate on that one.
I didn't really think it would be, just because Wacky Dude was screaming that it's a Mario Kart 9, and like I was like, no, it's not Wacky Dude.
Mall too.
He was saying it was Mario Kart 9 and that it looks like another Coconut Mall or something. Like, no, they would not. And they wouldn't announce Mario Kart 9 or Odyssey 2 in the middle of a direct, which is why I was pretty sure it wasn't either. I actually was pretty sure it was 3D Kirby, and when, like, the buildings showed up, I knew it was, because there was some, like, leaked images of that being a Kirby game. So, yeah, I definitely think Odyssey 2 is going to happen this time, but there hasn't really been any moment in a direct where I was like positive it was Odyssey 2, and I'm curious if like a reveal trailer, if it were to happen, like if I would know right off the bat it's Odyssey 2.
Maybe not right off the bat. We'd have to see like a character or like an enemy show up or something.
Well, I mean, like with the style like of Odyssey, I could see myself like right when you see like the type of style that the game looks in, you could be like, this looks exactly like
First
Odyssey
thing they
style.
show in a game trailer is a dinosaur, and it's not Odyssey 2. I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, that was like the E3 thing, and everyone thought it was like I remember seeing some reactions where it's like Odyssey, and then they thought it was Monster Hunter, and then you just see the Cappy on the dino. That's insane.
Monster Hunter.
So yeah, you can give your opinions now on Odyssey 2 happening.
I think it's pretty likely. I wouldn't say 80%. I think I'm leaning more towards like 60 for this direct.
Alright, that's fair.
Player points make sense, unless I hear like stuff that like directly contradicts it. But like, I don't know. It's not that it's like too early, because obviously Galaxy 2 came out when Galaxy 1 was only 2.5 years old. So really not. But I don't know. So there's just a bit more doubt in my mind than I guess. I don't really know how to put it.
Yeah, I just like focus so much on like what Nintendo should do, and then I mean most of the time I'm right, so I should do that. But sometimes I am wrong, and when I am, it kind of sucks. This would be one of those times where I would be pretty annoyed if I was wrong, because this is something that I really want. But I think that I don't think it's too early at all. I definitely don't think it's too early or too late. I think now is honestly the perfect time. It just like it lines up to be like one of the last 2017 ports announced. Unless they do an ARMS 2, which nobody would be excited for.
Nobody talks about the game anymore. That game was a thing for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Some people, I have seen some prediction videos for this, like, June Direct, and some people have said ARMS 2, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. It could, but I don't think it's gonna, just because, like, it's a dead game. I don't think ARMS 2 is gonna do much unless they, like, announce something huge. But, yeah, Star, what are your thoughts on Odyssey 2? Because I know yours are probably very different from mine.
I'm 50-50. I think your points are good, and it definitely raised my opinion from unlikely to at least somewhat possible. I'll be not surprised if it shows up, and I won't be surprised if it doesn't show up.
Alright, that makes sense.
Pretty good for me.
So yeah, I guess we'll move into the next thing, because this episode's actually getting pretty long. So Star, you can give your third prediction now.
I think Mario Strikers news is a given. It's coming out relatively soon, and while trailers and information has been posted on Nintendo's official Twitter, we have only gotten one trailer from a Direct, so I think we'll receive something more during this June Direct.
See, what I think's gonna happen is I think we've gotten enough of like gameplay to know. Also, there has been I don't know if you saw it, but there's like a demo kind of thing, like I think they're calling it like a first kick or something on the Switch that you can get now. I think there's like online free play test too. But I think that there's been enough footage of the base game that I don't think we'll see too much of it. I could see them doing one of two things, because I definitely think it'll show up in the Direct. I think that's definitely gonna happen, because I mean the game comes out really soon. When does it come out? Like next Friday, something like that. So I definitely think that they could either do what Mario Maker 2 did and just show it really quickly in like a highlight reel of upcoming games, or I think the more likely thing is they'll do what most Mario sports games do. I think they did this with golf actually. I'm not sure if they did, but I think we'll see the first like thing of DLC come out, because they have confirmed that there will be DLC for the game, and I think maybe Daisy will be shown off or something, because I don't think she's in the game, and I think a lot of people are mad about that. So yeah, I could see like some DLC being revealed.
About that on Twitter. About Daisy not being in a Mario sports game for like the first time ever.
I think it's refreshing. We don't need her. She's always just been an annoying character to me. I'm sorry. She's just like she feels like the person who's like brags way too much about their sports skills and stuff. But yeah, Veggie, I guess you can do your third prediction now.
Okay, I was actually gonna say Mario Strikers, so I have to think of another one.
I have like 4 backups, so I'm fine if.
Okay, so Zach, you were bringing up 2017 port/sequels. Sonic Mania 2. Yeah. I don't. I'm being kind of sarcastic, but it could happen. It could.
I don't think it's gonna happen because we have Sonic Frontiers stuff all this month.
Okay, yeah, I forgot that existed. I forgot all my other ideas.
Alright, we can skip you for now. So I guess I'll go again. I think that, I'm surprised this hasn't been brought up yet, but another Mario thing. I think Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope will definitely get news for 100%.
Oh, I had that one, but I forgot.
Mostly because it's another Mario game that was announced last year, I think at E3, and we haven't gotten any information, and it's coming out 2022. There's a lot of games. There's actually a couple games we haven't gotten any information about that we know are coming out this year. We might touch into some of them later, so I'm not gonna say what they are for now. But I definitely think Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope news is gonna happen with like a release date. I think it'll come out in like October, maybe. It feels like an October game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would say August, but it's like too early after their trailer, I feel like.
I think that's when the original came out in August 2017. I could be wrong though.
I think it did. I don't know. But yeah, that's just a smaller prediction, but I definitely think it's gonna happen. But it's not something that I'm like super excited to see, because I'm not getting that game like almost 100%. Why does my mom have to be vacuumed? How long does it freaking take? Okay, so Star, you can do your 4th prediction now, I think. Yeah, we're on 4th now.
I think we'll get some more Splatoon 3 footage, gameplay news, any sort of thing like that, because it'll be releasing in September, so it gives them a little bit more time to release any type of trailer, any type of footage, anything at all.
Yeah, I can definitely see them doing more Splatoon. That's definitely I'm positive about that. It's coming out September. They're going to advertise it a bit more. I know a lot of people who had Splatoon 3 are saying that Splatoon 2 are saying Splatoon 3 doesn't have like a very big thing that makes it like really different. Like it's just an expansion of Splatoon 2, a lot of people are saying, with the exception of a couple small side modes, I think. So I hope Nintendo like does what most games would do and like reveals like some sort of big new enhancement over the Splatoon 2, because like Splatoon 2 is already on the Switch, so if Splatoon 3 doesn't have a huge thing, I feel like not as many people are going to buy it. But yeah, I definitely see some sort of Splatoon 3 footage being shown. Veggie, you can do your 4th prediction now, if you have anything.
I actually do. It's kind of similar to my first one, that being that it has to do with Kirby. They might do like a Kirby remake of like an older game to like cash in on all the Kirby success that's happening this year.
I could kind of see that.
I don't really know what game they do, since I know there's already like a Kirby Superstar remake on the 3DS, I think. I don't know, maybe like, I don't even remember what the game's called. It's like the Rainbow Curse or something.
Yeah, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Yeah, they might do a remake of that. I've never played it, but I've heard the soundtrack in many different videos, and it's very good.
Soundtracks in Kirby games are usually really good.
Yeah.
Soundtracks in most Nintendo games are good, though. Like, Nintendo music is, like, really good most of the time. I really like what they do with the Booster Course Pass music, how they're not just using, like, tours, and how they're actually getting the Mario Kart band to make it. So, yeah, I can definitely see, I don't think we're gonna get a new Kirby game announced just because Forgotten Land did just come out. I think but like I don't think it's like impossible. It would be interesting to see that for sure.
Definitely not doing a new like a fully new Kirby game for a few more years.
Yeah, especially since we already have Star Allies as like the 2D Kirby game. Like they don't really need to make another one for now.
Unless they did a spin-off or something.
Yeah, they do a couple spin-offs. Yeah, I guess I'll move into my fourth prediction. I'm gonna go with. I think we'll get something Metroid. I think there's a good chance we'll get something Metroid related. I'm not a huge Metroid fan. I know a lot of people. I know Metroid Dread was a huge success. I know there's like some really minor DLC coming out this year for that. I think that was announced in the last direct. But I could see like I think there's been a Metroid Prime HD remakes rumored. Maybe Metroid Prime Trilogy. I don't think we're gonna get Metroid Prime 4 yet. Maybe in like a September direct, but I don't think we're getting it here just because there's too much big stuff that's more likely to happen.
That was actually going to be my next prediction, Metroid.
Oh, okay.
I figure it's pretty likely that we'll get, even if it's not Metroid Prime 4, it will be something Metroid.
Yeah, even if it's just like touching on the Boss Rush DLC or something that I think they're releasing this summer. Like, I think we're gonna get something Metroid related in this.
What year did Metroid Prime 4 first get announced? Like 2016 or something?
It's been in limbo for a long time.
It was announced 2017 at E3, and we haven't gotten a single thing since then except for like a restarting development update in 2019.
I knew there was a lot of footage of like Switch games in in late 2016. Like I think even Odyssey had a few clips out.
2017 had more footage. I think the only Switch thing in 2016, the only Switch thing I think was the reveal trailer, which did have footage of multiple things, including like 2 small snippets of Odyssey.
I think, and of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild had a lot of footage too in that. But yeah, start if you don't have another. Do you have another prediction?
I do.
Okay, so you can go over
I
that.
think we'll get some more cloud game releases. They randomly announced that for Kingdom Hearts. I don't think we've ever seen another cloud release beforehand, so I think we'll get some more of that.
I really don't know how that works. I could maybe see that. I don't know. How does
Yeah,
cloud?
it'll be mostly for third party. Maybe we might see something from Persona, possibly.
Yeah, maybe that'd be interesting.
I don't know much about that.
Since we have Persona 5 Strikers on the Switch, it would make sense for them to put Cloud for Persona 5 or some of the other Persona games on the Switch at that rate.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about that. Veggie, do you?
No, I don't know very much about Persona. I just know that it has some good songs that have been used in BTT videos.
Yeah. I don't know much about cloud stuff in general. But I know that it was for Kingdom Hearts. I don't think it got really much of a positive reception, but I could
It
maybe.
did not because of the whole internet issue, but I think they'll keep trying to do it.
Yeah, because it's Nintendo. So they take a couple of attempts before they listen to fans.
Yeah,
So yeah, I could see that.
I'll try it a few times.
Veggie, what is your fifth and probably final prediction?
Yeah, I'm kind of stretching to think of stuff.
Alright.
Because I forgot most of the ones I had. This one's kind of a joke prediction, but I think they announced this like Chocobo kart game or something.
Oh, they did. I don't think that's going to be shown
Yeah,
again.
they're gonna show more footage of that, or like announce a release date if they hadn't already.
I think they did. I don't know. I don't see that. I mean, they did announce like 3 racing games in the last direct, which is
Wasn't there like a Mickey Mouse?
yeah. I was surprised when I was like doubting Mario Kart even more every time that a new racing game was shown. I was like, are they going to show more Mario Kart? Because like they've been putting a couple of racing games in this.
I mean, they were very third-party games.
Yeah,
especially,
true. But like still, you don't usually see that many racing game representation in directs. But I could see it happening. So my dog's barking now.
We're gonna start getting a lot more racing game representation, obviously.
Yeah, now that Mario Kart's a thing. Mario Kart's been a thing. Now that the Booster Course Pass is a thing, I'll rephrase that. Yeah, my final prediction is I have Earthbound on this. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think there's a small chance. But I'm gonna say Probably more Xenoblade 3, more Fire Emblem Warriors, and more Bayonetta 3. I think all of those are going to get more. Just
I
like,
was thinking about Xenoblade and Fire Emblem Three Hopes, but I rescinded it because it's releasing so soon that I don't think that they'll mention it there. I think they'll just keep posting it on Twitter like they have been.
they might. I could see them doing either way. I mean, Strikers is coming out in a week, so the same could be said about that, but I think
Yeah.
that's definitely more likely to get footage shown just because it's like coming out like literally right then. I could see Xenoblade and Fire Emblem getting something shown, but like not like huge big trailers just because they are releasing, I think, both in July, something like that.
Yeah.
And then Bayonetta 3, I definitely think we'll see more of just because it's supposed to come out this year. If it's not shown, I'm just going to assume it's delayed because Nintendo usually reveals big games by E3 time, just because, they're not going to reveal a big game trailer for a huge game after E3 if it's still going to come out that year.
Yeah, that'd be kind of dumb. Wasted opportunity because it's just like it kind of. I wouldn't say like taking attention off of it, but like it definitely wouldn't get as much popularity if Odyssey 2 was announced in like the September Direct, something
Yeah.
like.
It wouldn't be marketing, like it wouldn't be an advanced enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that all being said, I think that wraps up everyone's predictions. If anyone has like another huge prediction they really want to share, you can right now.
I don't have anything.
I do not either.
Alright, so real quick before we end off this segment, I do want to say when we think the Direct's gonna happen. I think it could really be 2 different days. It's definitely gonna be a Tuesday because they usually do stuff on a Tuesday. I'm really hoping it's not gonna be like right at noon or something like most E3s are. I'm hoping it's just gonna be like
5 EST.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be like a regular Direct so that it like comes out like at 6 p.m. or something, because if it comes out this Tuesday on June 7th, which I don't think is gonna happen, but it could.
No.
It could realistically happen.
I was thinking June 14th.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
I'm going
thinking.
June 15th, June 16th.
Oh, June. I was going June 14th because I think
Because
that's
I know
Tuesday.
the February Direct, and I think the September Direct were also at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I know. I think it's going to be June 14th, hopefully in the night. I know that E3 Directs in general, though, are usually earlier, but this isn't E3, so hopefully Nintendo just doesn't make it earlier for no reason. I don't really care if it's earlier if it is on June 14th, but if it is on June 7th, which I think is a possibility just because they usually do it a little bit earlier in June, I could see it being annoying because I have school. But I think June 14th is the likelier option, and I really hope it is. But yeah, I'm excited. I think if it was going to be June 7th, it would have been revealed already.
For sure.
Would have been announced already.
Yeah.
I think it'll be announced a couple days in advance at least. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode of the Zacky and Veggie Show. Thanks to everyone for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We're gonna do at least one more episode. We might do more after that. I'm not really sure. But the next episode could be a very, very big one if Odyssey 2 is announced. Trust me, if Odyssey 2 is announced, you're gonna want to see all my thoughts on it because I'm gonna be talking about it nonstop for like a million videos. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Starsmiley, do you have a YouTube channel out of curiosity, or like a Twitch or anything?
I do.
Alright.
Hold on.
So I will
grab it.
put the link to that and Video Game Reviews channel in the description of this video. And yeah, see you guys next time.